Hello YouTubers, Dominic Farrell here for Fragrance Reviews. And we are in quarantine, we are in lockdown. This channel keeps dying and then somehow it kind of comes back to life. What's happening right now is I've sort of been laid off my job, and now I'm going to be literally boring you guys with videos about perfume, fragrance, cologne. So let's get into this. I think the last video I did was talking to you about Penhaligan's scent library, and we were talking about a perfume called Empressa. And today, following on from that, we are going to do some more videos until we have finished the scent library from Penhaligan's. We have two today, which we're going to be talking about, discussing the qualities of these two adorable perfumes, and we're going to be comparing which one I think stands up as the better of the two. Now, with a lot of perfumes, they can't really compare because, you know, some are meant for this and some are meant for that, and it's not really right to compare them, but we're going to have a shot anyway at seeing which one I would prefer if I were to choose, given the summer weather perhaps as well, because there is something about that summer feel, and certain perfumes really get me in the summer and really go with the summer. For example, Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Oh, what a lovely summer scent, to me that is. Especially the older version, according to what I've heard, is supposed to be better than the newer version, you know, the reformulated one. So without much further ado, we're going to go into, we're going to start off with Luna. So we have from Penhaligan, we have two samples here. So we have Luna, and we also have Elizabethan Rose, and these are the two that we are going to be discussing in this video. So stay tuned and enjoy. Get that dog out of the room, get the distractions out. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is just, it's a little bit informal, but I will also be giving you the real notes in these colognes, and this might be helpful if you're discerning which of these to splash out on if you're thinking of maybe treating yourself to a perfume during this time. All right, so we're going to start off, as I said, with Luna, and it's a bit hard to get, you know, pictures that are sort of all right to put on the channel, but I do have a beautiful little booklet here, and I'm going to sort of show you the bottle design of Luna, and then we're going to get into you know, some of the notes, and we're going to give it some impressions going on. So here it is. This is Luna, if you can actually see it. Okay, and that there is our bottle design. I mean, as you can see, it's a little plainer looking than the one on the other side, the Elizabethan Rose, which we're going to be comparing it to. So Luna has got the kind of moon-ish kind of theme already, because it's kind of silvery white, and they're not sort of they don't play around with these bottle designs. They're fairly serious about these things as well. So I'm liking that, because if the theme is about the moon, well, it's kind of the Luna is kind of the goddess, but the theme is the moon, right? It's sort of nightish. It's kind of smooth. It's kind of and then that white ribbon that they have, and then the sort of the little glass sort of spherical thing on the top. They always have those little glass ball thing on the top of it. I adore the design of these perfumes. Some of them, like a little bit more, they have a bit more colour to them, and like one of my favourite, I think, you know, let's not jump ahead or anything, but Iris Primer, for example, you know, that is absolutely adorable. They've got some really lovely ones. Again, I'm not going to be spoiling them for you, but anyway, off the bat, because the theme is kind of Luna, moon-ish kind of a design, I'm going to forgive it for being a little bit plain, because the moon itself is also a bit plain. It has this white against a kind of a dark background, and that is the moon. Now, if you had, like, for example, a nice sort of black counter and kind of a black background, that would stand out nicely. Luna would stand out nicely with the background of that kind of marbly, if you like, or sort of, you know, you can have black with kind of like little silver speckles or whatever. That would be a lovely background for this cologne. So I'm going to just try the perfume on my skin. and then I'm going to give you some of my impressions, and then we'll talk about some of the notes that the official website says about that fragrance. Okay, so let's have a shot, shall we? Anybody who's tried this, do let me know down in the comments. I'd be very interested to know what you think about it. I'm looking forward to getting a whiff of this. I think I did a good while ago, but it's escaped my memory now, so this is kind of new to me, really. This is like a first impression. Okay, so this is how they do it with these ones. I'm going to put a little bit here, but also I'm going to do this. This is how you apply from one of those things. You kind of go up like that. Okay, you get the trail on your hand then. Okay, close up. Oh, I'm already getting whiffs of that. Wow. Oh, yes. Wow, that's brilliant. Oh, it's got some personality. It's got a punch. Oh, yeah, it's kind of sweet. It's got kind of a dusky theme to it. By dusk, I mean, you know, when the light starts to go down, and then you have the darkness is predominant, but there's still, you can still see detail in that. Soft, dusky, unintrusive. Oh, yeah, it's kind of that nocturnal sort of yeah, dusky evening, nightish, pretty much. I mean, it does make me think of soft, calm, kind of night sort of, and you're hearing night creatures and getting a nice waft of that. So, whew, I'm trying to think where you'd wear that kind of thing. I think, I mean, it's an interesting one, to be honest. It's, I don't know whether I should say it's a nightish scent, but I mean, the theme is, it's got that kind of darkness. It's got, and you can imagine, you can sort of picture a walk, you know, maybe two lovers or something, and then the moon, and so that is impressive, that scent, actually. Well, I'm not sure how often or where I'd wear that scent, but I'm liking that for something a little bit different, you know. Yeah, it's got that nocturnal feel. It's got something soft, something soothing. It's kind of warmish. How else would I describe that? It's quite rich. It must have something kind of floral, something almost a bit slightly juicy or something. But it's I don't know quite how they captured that sort of dusky kind of scent. They're very clever, these perfumers, must say. So I'm getting kind of themes generally. I can't really tell what's in the perfume. It's a bit hard to tell. You know, I would hope that it's not too synthetic or something that's kind of some concoction, but they do tend to be, they have good, genuine recipes in these perfumes. So I'm getting something that is very, very nightish and probably appropriate for going out, whether it's with one person or whether it's with lots of people, but on a calm night, so that cologne can kind of blend in with sort of this calmness. And I wouldn't wear it on a sort of windy, and I'd like to have it sort of outside-ish as well. I wouldn't necessarily be a big fan of wearing that inside, but if I was going out and outside, that would probably be the time that I'd kind of go for that sort of a perfume. That's just you know, my sort of take at the moment on that. So we're going to have a little look at those sort of what it actually says is inside Luna. So yeah, it's named kind of after the moon goddess. Okay, the moon goddess, you know, bath is as soothing as it is seductive, much like her eau de toilette. It shines with orange, jasmine, soft rose, and fir balm. Okay. Relax, sink in. Surrender has never felt so sweet. Right, so what they're kind of saying is that, all right, so this one is, they're talking about this sort of, you know, moon goddess, okay, or, you know, it shines with, okay, so it says orange, jasmine. So I said it was kind of fruity, didn't I? And jasmine, soft rose, and I said there was a kind of softness, something a bit floral, and fir balm. Okay, so balm is kind of sort of an ointment, Relax, sink in. Okay, so those are the notes, and it's got a combination of sort of kind of floral, herby, fruity, and sort of a soft tone, and it's mentioning balm. And yeah, I'm getting whiffs of it now. It sort of grows on you. It's a very clean scent. You know, you get this kind of I wouldn't say soapy, but just classy, hygiene sort of. These scents, a lot of them are very, you know, they're not terribly informal. They are quite classy. I think there's something about them that you sort of need to know what you're doing if you're wearing this stuff, and you need to be okay with certain reactions you might get from people that are experienced with perfumes. So that's brilliant. So far, I'm impressed with that one. All right. Yeah, it's warm. It's clean. It's fresh, and it's sort of got that dusky tone to it. Okay, that was very interesting. Now we're going to go move on, and we're going to go on to Elizabethan Rose. It's our next perfume for today. So this is what we're looking at, and again, we're going to take you through a little bit of that presentation. You know, the difference really with this one is that you don't have little silver edgings on the label, for example, and but you have that red, you know, floral design that stands out, that rose, on this bottle. So again, in the actual liquid itself, seems pretty colourless. Seems pretty much like the colour of water. With most of these, in fact, one of them has got a tiny bit of a yellowish tint to it. Another one has a very yellowish tint. Another one has a reddish colour. But most of them are going to be this kind of a clear colour, so there's not a lot to see in that. And we get some of these notes out of the air from Luna, because these are quite powerful perfumes. Regarding longevity, they're not absolutely supposed to be that amazing, these ones. A lot of Penhaligans, they have a brilliant sort of initial blast, or, you know, I think they're more for shorter rather than longer periods. Now you'd kind of need to put it on straight before you go out, or you'd need to sort of apply it, because within a few hours this will go quite close to your skin. But because they're quite unique and quite powerful, and the ingredients is really solid, then somebody who is close to you, kind of like physically near, they will smell that, and they will really and it will affect that person. Okay. So this is it. So we're going to put this one, you know, on the other wrist, and see what I make of this one. So I'm looking forward. It's obviously going to be quite floral. I'm hoping it's not going to be something that just kind of starts floral and then goes into something that's a bit weird. I hope it stays floral, because if that's what this one is called, then you want that floral scent coming out pretty much all the time. Okay, so hoping this one is going to be more floral than this one, Luna. Okay, and back that up with a bit more of this. So we do that. Okay, we put our sample top back on. Now we have a little sniff. Ooh, whoa! That's... Oh, I'm just thinking of like a forest full, if that could be like a garden sort of packed with roses, and the smell is jumping out at you. There's kind of honeybees or whatever flying around it. And oh, wow, that's very rich. Man, that is powerful. I've never smelled a perfume that has that amount of... And it's not only floral, it's actually rose. You can actually smell the rose in it. That is a rose smell, and not that I often smell roses, but I know that that's a rose, you know. It's oh, they've done that very well. My gosh. The other one kind of jumped out with that night theme, but that's quite difficult to capture, so they will be hard to compare. But this is really giving me what I wanted it to give me, and I'm very impressed, and I really like it. That is beautiful, guys. This is absolutely adorable. If you got some girl who's just really into roses or whatever, flowers, buy her this and make that big smile come on her face. That's all I can say. Oh, whoa! I love that. That is absolutely beautiful. But it's refined, it's subtle, it's sophisticated, it's classy. You can see someone in a big, elegant dress, for example. You know, just yeah. I think there's a kind of classiness to it there. You'd kind of expect it on someone maybe a little, I don't know what to call it, mature, let's say, but you know, it's a very rich kind of, almost a classy rose, and somehow there's something else in there. That is beautiful, absolutely lovely. And where would I kind of wear that? Well, I probably wouldn't be wearing it, obviously, but where would somebody be wearing that kind of a perfume? It's feminine, but it focuses just on the floral. The rose is all that it is. It's almost kind of a neutral floral, if that could exist, but I mean, I guess a guy doesn't really want to smell like a rose, so. That is absolutely lovely. Can't stop smelling that stuff. Very rich people, you know, if you want to get something that is floral, you're interested in floral things, buy that perfume. I mean, just buy it. It's lovely. You can use it as an air freshener if you want, before guests come in even. Like, you can make the whole room smell of roses in no time, if that's what you want. If you have people that are super, if you have like a floralist who's kind of coming in to your house. Anyway, yeah, no, a person would probably wear that. If they were with people that have an interest in flowers, if you're with friends that have just appreciate feminine things, if you're attracting a guy, you know, probably it's yeah. I think it would go well in either the warm weather, especially in the warm weather. Somehow that smell carries a bit better in that situation. And especially if your personality and people know that you like flowers, you need to be wearing this perfume. Definitely. That's kind of what I would say. It might be a bit vague, but there's some thoughts that immediately jump to mind. I think it's quite versatile as well. The other one was a bit more nightish, but this stuff, I'm a bit new to it really, to be honest. But any comments on that would be helpful as well. Anyone who's really interested in this. Behold the famous Tudor rose, the flower of England, inspired by the coming together of houses York and Lancaster. This airy eau de parfum is a harmonious union of rose, hazelnut leaf, and vetiver. So these ingredients are, there's not a big list of them, but they are very sort of charged, and they are very interesting, they're very lovely. Harmonious union, so of rose, I've definitely got the rose in there, hazelnut leaf, and then vetiver. Okay, I think I can get the hazelnut leaf, but the vetiver, oh yeah, I know vetiver, that's, yeah, there's a bit of vetiver in there. Wow, man, that's absolutely, it's like liquid rose, it's really, oh man, okay. Well, from what you've already heard, it's probably becoming a bit clearer to you that I think this one is more impressive, the Elizabethan Rose. It's a bit more impressive. The one Luna, that one is, oh, it's very different, but it's a little tamer. So for somebody who wants something strong, punchy, rose, in your face, floral, go for this one. Somebody who wants something a little more mysterious, a little more subdued, something that is kind of a nightish scent, go for Luna, you know. And both very interesting. I've enjoyed doing a bit of a review on those. And do leave some comments below. It's been good to see those of you again who have been following this channel and might have happened to see that I've now uploaded another video. I do hope to see you in another video, so bye for now. March forward, smelling good.